So, Kalispera Seolus, I'm very pleased to be here with you, attending the conference organized by the Hellenic Association to explain to you what happened in Spain in October 2024 and how we dealt with this catastrophic fault. In the region of Valencia, torrential rain is a familiar event. People are used to it. Schools remain open, business operate as usual, and a minor flooding in certain areas is just part of everyday life, especially in the months following summer. However, what happened in October 29th was anything but routine. A powerful high-altitude cut-off low-pressure system unleashed unprecedented storm. In 24 hours, some areas saw 770 liters of rain per square meter, which is more than the total rainfall typically recorded over 19 months in the region. What made this event more devastating was not just the intensity of the rain, but where it ended up. The heaviest rainfall was inland, far from the most populated and industrialized areas. However, these areas were in fact the most affected. As the rainwater moved down from higher ground, normally dry riverbeds turned into raging torrents, sending a tsunami-like surge of water downstream. Entire towns, factories, farmland were suddenly engulfed with little time to react. From the very first moment, it was clear that we were witnessing an unprecedented natural catastrophe. Fortunately, Spain has a well-established public-private system for managing NatCat insurance, ensuring that both individuals and businesses are protected from extreme weather events. These systems bring together private insurers, the consortium, the CCS, we are going to call this institution, this public institution today, and Agroseguro, that is a pool composed by 16 insurance companies covering agricultural risk. As you can see on the slide, the compensation provided depends on the cause and type of damage. So, how does the Spanish system work? When disaster strikes, the CCS steps in to cover extraordinary events, such as floods, earthquakes, strong winds, and volcanic eruptions. A key feature of Spain's system is that insurance itself is not compulsory. But for those who choose to insure their property or their businesses, CCS coverage for extraordinary events is always included. It's important to note that the CCS operates independently of disaster declarations and provides compensation only to those who had prior private insurance. The CCS is funded through a mandatory surcharge on insurance premiums. The protection is available to all insured individuals at the same price, no matter where the risks are located. The system is built on mutualization every policyholder contributes the same small amount of money so that the cost of catastrophic events are shared collectively rather than falling only on those directly affected by extreme weather event. Spain, as mentioned by Alexandros, has a high insurance penetration rate, with 76% of households insured, reflecting the country's strong culture of private insurance. Under normal circumstances, the CCS manages and compensates claims arising from extraordinary events, such as the flash floods in Valencia. However, while this 71-year-old institution has extensive experience handling large-scale claims, the floods in Valencia presented an unprecedented challenge. The sheer scale of the disaster overwhelmed its management capacity, making additional support essential to handle the crisis effectively. To address this, on November 13, a memorandum of understanding was signed between the Spanish Ministry of Economy and UNESPA, enabling private insurers to assist the CCS in processing claims and expediting compensation payments. While the CCS remain responsible for the compensation payments, 39 insurers signed the agreement to provide crucial support. Under this arrangement, the insurance industry mobilized over 8,000 professionals to handle the overwhelming volume of claims efficiently. The magnitude of the disaster is reflected in both the number of claims and the estimated financial impact. It is projected that total insured damages will reach up to 4.5 billion euros. As you can see, by March the 10th, 80% of compensations had been processed, with more than 2 billion euros already paid out. Of this, insurance companies have handled already over 95,000 claims on behalf of the CCS and have requested payments totaling more than 1 billion euros. In parallel, Agroseguro, the private insurance pool, has already paid in the agricultural field 45 million euros in compensation. But what were the challenges we face? I think that a picture is better than 1,000 words. The most pressing issue in Valencia was clearing the streets of abandoned and damaged vehicles to enable town cleanup and recovery efforts. Once removed, storing the vehicles posed another problem. Around 70,000 cars were piled up in 60 unsecure areas across different towns, creating logistical complications and safety risks. Following this, the process of identifying vehicles became a major hurdle. Many cars had missing license plates or were inaccessible, making ownership verification and insurance claims processing even more difficult. All these factors complicated the assessment and quantification of damages. As a result, the majority of the cars were declared total losses, with only 4% being repairable. Beyond vehicle-related difficulties, the flash floods also left many homes severely damaged, with some experiencing structural failures and total loss. The situation required a swift response from the insurance sector to provide financial relief to homeowners. For this reason, the Memorandum of Understanding, including an option for insurers to request down payments on compensation to help individuals cover urgent expenses, easing the financial burden as they awaited full compensation. In addition, underground parking garages were also severely affected. Many were completely flooded, and some suffered structural damages, including gas leaks and broken pipes, making access and cleanup extremely difficult. The high number of flooded garages further complicated the response, as there were not enough water extraction machines available to drain them quickly. As a result, the process of emptying and securing these spaces took longer than expected, delaying both property recovery and vehicle retrieval. Last but not least, to facilitate collaboration between the CCS and the 39 insurance companies, a common language was essential. To achieve this, a dedicated IT platform was developed within just 15 days to manage claims assigned by the CCS to private insurers. Given the urgency, there was no time for testing. The system was tested with real claims. Another significant hurdle was the need to assess damages using evaluation criteria set by the CCS rather than those typically applied by each insurance company. As you can imagine, this entire process demanded constant coordination, hundreds of meetings between the CCS, the 39 insurance companies, and UNESPA. To conclude, the Valencia floods tested Spain's NatCat insurance system, proving its resilience while exposing areas for improvement. The rapid response of the CCS and private insurance companies ensured compensation, but proved also that a strong public-private coordination is needed. The Memorandum of Understanding played a key role in expediting claims. Institutionalizing these lessons and enhancing collaboration will be key to strengthening resilience against future natural disasters. Thank you for your attention.